I want to be like, if if I'm unhappy, I want to go on a run. Like, I have so many moments where just random like wave of upset like hits me. Do you know how fit I would
Mm.
be if I kept going on a run every time I'm sad? Hey, can we please talk about what's happening in the world right now with women?
Yo, listen, all I'm saying is I support the 4B movement. So,
The 4B?
yeah, the 4B movement.
Oh, is that the? I'm gonna be
But
sorry.
they're
I don't know.
boycotting men, basically.
They're
Long story short, they're
boycotting men.
boycotting. Yeah. Like the
Oh
dating
wait,
of men. Dating of men. Like,
the
you know.
dating of men. Oh,
Yeah. I'm not Hampy. Hampy's not allowed. You got. Hey.
no.
No,
Okay, I didn't know about
basically,
that.
yeah, because of all like the your body my choice
Oh
bullshit.
yeah. I know about that. I just didn't know about the
Yeah.
4B kind of thing.
So it started in Korea, I'm pretty sure. Like, don't hold me to gunpoint or whatever. Like, if I
Yeah.
get my facts wrong. But basically, girls are saying they're not going on dates with men or doing or like taking part in like sexual activities or anything like
Yeah.
that. Because of obviously, men just being downright shit.
Mm-hmm.
Bitch. I
Yeah.
agree.
Bro,
Men ain't
I've
shit.
been so sad hearing like what's happening in the US, and a
Mm,
lot of men, not all, but a lot of men's response being like, your body, my
your body my
choice.
choice.
Where
Bullshit.
like, have you seen, I don't even know the guy's name, but he just looks like the worst man on earth. But he was just being like, women will never be president. I will see it like it will never happen. You women will, like, I feel like the reverse of women's rights, like it's now becoming the reverse of women's rights. Like women had no rights before, we managed to fight for it, and now it's going
Mm,
back down. Like, okay guys, whatever we say on here, we haven't fact checked so much, so please, I'm giving you this disclaimer. I know when we start talking on stuff on like podcasts or whatever, we should fact check before, but we're just having two friendly conversations. So please, I'm making it clear, this is
don't
not fact
cancel us.
checked. But from what I saw two things. One was, in Afghanistan, there is now a law. I could be wrong, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it, that there's a law that women can't speak in public now.
What?
Yep. Or apparently even in in a private setting. Like, please search it up to make. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. Women can't speak in public or in a private setting with other women. Like, imagine like in your own home, you can't speak out loud. Sorry, you can't speak out loud. Um, yeah, they heard it too. Thank you. Oh, and hi Dom,
What?
hello. Like, what about your
Hey
daughter?
Dom.
I don't fully. Yeah, no, about how about talking to the doctor as well. Like, it's just like they just can't speak out loud. I saw about that. Like, a lot of people were talking about it, saying like, what's happening in the US, what's happening around the world is just showing the reverse of women's rights now. It's so
Hold on.
sad. There was
So
another one.
how long before that happens before like black people are slaves again?
Genuinely, like, the way the world is reversing is so crazy. I know that there's a lot of things progressing. There's the whole LGBTQ and pronouns and
Is it
veganism.
though?
So many things are changing. I mean, it went up. I'm scared it's gonna go down. That's the thing. Like, you know how like a lot of countries allowed gay marriage, all of this, like that's been good. I'm just
Mm.
worried about things coming back. That's what I'm worried about. Like, it's so crazy to me to know that like a lot of men just don't respect women. Like, what do you genuinely get for hating women?
Bro, I don't
It
get
makes no sense.
I genuinely don't get it.
I understand feminism of trying to get the movements to make women equal or at least have respect and rights. But I don't support the women feminism or the side of feminism that is
Where it's
about hating
extreme.
men. Hating
Yeah.
men, that's not the idea of feminism, and a lot of people have done that so much to the point where it's diluted the actual reasoning for feminism.
Yeah.
But like, it's just so sad with the whole situation. Like,
That's the
yeah.
same way I feel about some of like the PLC making like everything exclusive to PLC.
Mm-hmm.
Like I get the whole inclusiveness and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes I feel like you're like it's extreme.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we can just
You can see that they're including just to tick a box, you know?
yeah.
Welcome in, guys. This is Bit by Bit, hosted by myself, Jen, and my co host.
Shane.
It's just going to be us two today. We are going to be talking about mental health. It'll be a lot more of a deeper, more real podcast, but we just, or show or whatever we are. We just want to talk to you guys. We are going to be, our guests today is going to be our chat. You guys, we're going to be speaking with our chat a lot more today just to talk about life. I think everyone deserves a little mental health chat. Check if everyone's going good, doing good. English is hard.
You're going. You're
Yeah.
going.
Make sure everyone's doing good. Make sure everyone's okay. I've been doing
I
this
love
about
how
such.
every
Sorry, go on.
oh,
Sorry.
I love how every episode it's either you or me like making up a new word.
Yeah.
Going, gooing, something,
No,
something.
honestly. They didn't know until they were already pregnant. Oh.
Yeah, crazy. Well, that's nice. Let's go.
Oh, just the idea of it. Okay, anyway.
Mm.
Okay, let's talk about this is mental health. Let's talk about happiness. Can you define happiness? Or what's your happiness? That's a hard question. We started off hard.
Damn, just sucker punch me in the gut. Like, are you happy?
Are you happy? Are you happy? Wait, we can start with that. Are you happy?
Oh, damn.
Sorry. I'm so bad with serious conversations. I start laughing. Sorry.
Hey, listen, we can keep it light and fluffy, okay? Like my
Yeah.
pancakes. I like them.
Which pancakes? Your
Oh,
pancakes? No, I'm being
wait a
so real.
minute.
No, I'm gonna be so
No,
real. I'm
I
actually
meant actual
traumatized.
pancakes.
I used to get bullied in secondary school because I didn't really have a bum. Well, I did have a bum, but like I had, like I said, my school was full of a lot of like mixed race and black girls as well. So
Mm.
I remember they started calling me pancakes because I had no
Oh,
bum, and it's been such a touchy subject for me. I mean, I have a bum now, a little bum at least. But like, I don't know. They used to be like I remember like Hamp just mentioned pancakes, and I thought he was talking about my bum. I got so upset. He's like, "What? Why would I?" And I was like, "It's a touchy subject for me." So yeah, sorry.
Jan.
Bro, it's so anyway. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I
I'm
meant
not happy,
actual
but I'm
edible
content.
pancakes.
Oh, I see. I see. I see.
Yeah. Um,
I'm not happy, but I'm content. I want to be happy, but I want to be happy. You know,
bro,
I feel you
I,
there.
I feel like that's a lot of people in 2024 right now. I
You,
feel like happiness is just a state of mind that we are all striving to get to,
yeah. And no
and
matter
it's a
how
lot
hard you
harder.
get it, I feel like you always want better. So in the end, you're never really happy. Even when you get to where you want to be, now have more new goals, and they feel like you're not happy until you're at your best, kind of thing. A lot of
I feel like
people.
there's also setbacks.
Yeah.
Setbacks also like like cool. I'm happy now. Like work's going good. I got a pay rise or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then all of a sudden you got like a car crash.
Yeah.
So all that money you were meant to see, you don't see no more. Or
Mm-hmm.
like your dad's unwell. Or, like just I feel like a lot of stuff just creeps up when life starts going good.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I feel like that's where I'm at
Yeah.
currently. I'm just waiting for the next obstacle to occur.
I heard someone talk about it where they were like, in life, you so this is someone's take, right? But they said that in life, like, you shouldn't even strive for happiness, you should strive to be content. And I heard them saying they were giving their whole side, and I don't know why in my head I was like, I don't want that. I don't want to be content. I want to be happy.
Mm,
I want to be at least content enough. I want to be at least content instead of upset, but I would like to be happy,
yeah.
or at my happiest that I can get to, kind of thing. But
I
like,
feel
I don't know.
I feel like like at the moment at least because of the way that the world's going,
Hmm.
I feel like money would probably help with everyone's happiness. I'll be so real.
My
Like everyone,
take.
everyone's like, "Oh, money don't
Money
bring
don't
happiness," but
bring
I feel like it
happiness.
fucking does, bro. I
I
feel like it
I've
does.
been saying, I feel like if you gave me money right now, I'd be happy. Like,
No, yeah,
for a lot of the times, it's usually a lot of celebrities saying money doesn't make you happy. But I feel like it's fame. And
yeah,
because fame brings you money. It's not easy
yes.
money, but it's easy money, easier money compared to what other people do,
Actually
kind of
working.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
actual working. Like, so it's like, I feel like it's a lot of the time it's fame that not make you happy, because it's like you have like this what's it called, when when people try and speak to you for clout, you have all this clout, so now you don't know who's real or not. Now you're constantly depressed because you have all this pressure, you can't be a normal person, you have all this
Mm.
pressure of being a celeb. Anything you say people can use against you. You always have to be a role model. There's like all this pressure with fame, and it's like then they're like money actually doesn't bring you happiness, because I don't remember the last time I was happy. You don't know what it's like to struggle right now. I'm gonna be so
Oh, 100.
real. I'm gonna be so real. Like, if people could be like rich, easy money, like with streaming gaming, if you were making money off that and not being famous somehow, I'm pretty sure you would be happy. But it's more of like, I don't know. I don't know. That's just my take. I'm not in a place where I have a lot of money to give my take on it. I just feel like I'd be happy with money. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel that. So I have two things from the chat. So
Okay.
um, there will always be something in a negative column, but you have to find one small thing to go forward with. Keep collecting pebbles until your rock collection is massive. And I think that's valid. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
valid, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then Love has also said money does not equal happiness. Money is stability. Stability then leads to more fulfilled life, which then finally leads to true happiness.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think that
A
like
lot
you
of my
said,
problems would be solved.
yeah, like
Yeah.
just straight up.
Yeah.
I think that like if we had the money without the clout, we'd be chilling. Like I
100%.
feel like for me, I could quite happily go into like a forest, self-sustain, and I'll probably be fine with life. Like I could just be
Mm-hmm.
like away
As
from
long as I
everything because I
as
don't
long as I
need
had
this
my
shit.
friends as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like if I have my homies with me, like zombie apocalypse happens, I'm living life. Like genuinely, I think that'll be vibes.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but what Love just said, I liked how she worded it. Fulfillment is what generates happiness, honestly. The fact that we resolve around money is why we're so unfulfilled. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, them making like everything, like what's it called? The cost of living just keeps going up and up and up. And
yeah.
that's also making it so unhappy, because anything we need to just sustain life, we need money for it. That's why we're so unhappy. So yeah, it's just sad that like money is kind of the solution for our thing. Yeah.
Who let love cook tonight, man? Who let love cook tonight? Eh?
She been cooking. No, honestly.
Like I think I remember someone like ordering online. So before COVID, someone ordered online, um, the same stuff, 50 items.
Mm.
Back before COVID, it was 150, let's
Mm-hmm.
say, or something like that,
Mm.
right? They ordered the exact same stuff, word for word, bar for bar,
Yeah.
right? Almost £500 or dollars, I think it was.
Um,
Yeah, and I was like, what?
the way they like it's also like discreetly just increase prices, and it may be a little amount, but we notice all the time. Like even like something small, like over here, it's a lot cheaper than UK, some things here in Spain. But like
Mm,
the simplest thing, like me and Hab would get this chocolate bar, right? And it's such a good chocolate bar considering a lot of chocolate bars are quite expensive. This one,
mhm.
when I first came, was 85 centavos, so like 85p, but in Spanish terms, right? 85
Yeah,
pence or whatever. So
yeah.
less than €1. So I'm just there like, wait, this chocolate's so good and it's this cheap.
Mm.
Then, like a few weeks later, we go and it's like 99. And then it was one. Now it's 150. And in my head, it's like it almost doubled the price. And it just kept discreetly going up. And it's like this is just the simplest thing of just a chocolate bar just to have fun. Imagine like other food. Like it's doubled in price just the chocolate bar. Imagine if everything else doubled in price. You just have like a simple grocery shop that you want to spend like €60. It's gonna be 120 just because they are doubling things up all the time. I barely have enough for the 60 now. You want me to have enough for the
No,
120?
hello,
Like,
hello. Life
um,
is just like more expensive than it should be,
yeah.
and it's stress.
It just makes everyone just suffer and stress. Pre-COVID home, yeah.
I
Bro.
think a major factor as well, though, is I feel like a lot of people are more depressed now.
Yeah. I feel like,
Or
yeah.
yeah,
No,
I
go
feel
on.
like yeah, no, I was gonna say or like have some sort of mental health complication or issue or whatever the political
Mhm.
correct term for it is.
Originally my take was because I was clinically diagnosed as depressed, right? Like years ago. My take on it, without any studies in this, I generally think that, I mean, everyone can have depression. I think that once you have depression, I genuinely don't think it goes. I think you can find things in life that are more than the depression to the point where it distracts you or just suppresses the depression. But I genuinely, in my take, because I've lived a very sad and traumatizing life, that is, I've always had my depression creep up. So I know how people may call it like relapsing if things go bad. For me, my take is I always have it. It's just how I suppress it in life, kind of thing. So before, I used to think that everyone saying, "Oh, they're depressed." I just thought everyone wanted to jump in the bandwagon and just be
Yeah.
like people weren't taking depression seriously because everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so depressed," and they were just using like "I'm so sad" as "I'm so depressed" kind of thing. So before, I used to be like, not like a gatekeeper, but I was like, "You're not depressed. You don't know what depressed means." But now I feel like you know what, everyone's depressed, and I'm a stand by it. I genuinely feel like almost everyone is depressed in this world that we live in as well. If anyone says depressed, I'm gonna be like, I believe you. You don't even need to get clinically checked for that. I believe you.
Mm,
And I feel like, but I feel like a lot of people aren't taking it seriously. I think depression, they just think it's just a sadness. There's obviously different versions of depression. I feel like people should take it more seriously. I feel like a lot of people are ending their lives. Um, and no one's getting help. Are people getting help? I don't want to go too deep into it. I don't want to start talking about lives and stuff, but are people getting help?
so my me myself, I started therapy like I was like maybe I'm more broken than I thought, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I started getting therapy. But the thing is that I thought I was like, okay, like I'm feeling better now because I like vented out to people. I've vented out to like
Mm-hmm.
you, to Oxygen, to Bunny,
Mm-hmm.
to Becca, like
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, okay, maybe I'm a little bit better. But like thinking back on it, I think I just suppressed most of my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
or like I spoke about it and was like, all right, like time to move on to the next
Mm-hmm.
big thing that was like that's taking my focus at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was. Um, but I don't think I've ever like got the proper help. You know, I don't feel like I don't think I've done that
Mm.
properly.
With love is saying that you're never broken, just worn out. You cannot look at yourself as broken because you're making that perception. We are worn through emotion, through life, never broken, feel a little tired. I'm gonna be so real. When things get really hard for me, I also call myself broken. I feel like, and I know that isn't a good term, but I am bad with wording things, and I genuinely feel like sometimes I do feel broken, and that's probably not a good term to use. Um, kind of with how love kind of worded it there and like said it. Um, Wait, people making depression memes is also trying to make a laugh about the sadness. Yeah, that's true. I feel like a lot of people joke to cope, which is I understand a lot of people have coping mechanisms. I joke about things a lot, but I think some people do joke to the point where they won't take it seriously, and that's kind of bad. But yeah, I do also yeah, is it bad that I ignore my depression? Like when I feel like I'm about to face it, I like distract myself. That's coping. Yep, there's so many ways of coping, whether it's escaping and distracting yourself, which I think we're gonna touch on in a bit.
Yeah.
Escapism, laughing about it, making jokes about it. I used to joke about some bad things that happened to me. And sometimes like when I would finally like talk to people about it, I would be laughing about it and they'll look at me like
That's
this
not
is
okay.
not funny. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know. And that's what makes it funnier because my life just keeps getting worse, kind of thing. Like, whenever something would add on, I just start burst out laughing, like, oh my god, another one to add to the bingo card, kind of thing. Like,
Okay. So my philosophy on saying I'm broken,
mm,
right? I kind of like so there's a Japanese philosophy.
mm-hmm.
I just had to Google the name real quick because I couldn't actually remember it. It's called Kintsugi,
Okay,
Kintsugi, right? And
mm-hmm.
what they do is when pottery is broken, they don't just throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
They add gold to it, or they repair it with gold, right?
Oh,
So it becomes more beautiful, you know.
wow.
And I feel like that's such a beautiful concept,
Yeah.
right? The fact that like even if you are broken, you can always repair it,
Mm-hmm.
or you can add things to like your life
Mm-hmm.
to become beautiful again, or to love beauty again,
Mm-hmm.
uh, or love yourself again, I should say. Sorry. And I feel
Yeah.
like that's such a valid thing. I feel like that's a valid um concept from the
I
Japanese.
like hearing that because in the past, like luckily I found Hamp and he like loves me for me and he's helped me like heal a bit in my past traumas and stuff. But like before, my past relationships they've ended with me because I was mentally not okay or
Yeah, yeah,
like like they're like, oh, like you've got too much going on, so like I don't want to deal with it. And having someone that you're supposed to love and something with you in that term, like you basically ended with me because I wasn't good enough or I'm too much. Like all of the things that have been breaking me down, like you were like it kind of gave the thing of like you're too broken for me to deal with kind of thing. So that's kind of where my one came from, and from that
yeah,
being like my first kind of impression with relationships that they ended me with me because of that, it's kind of like made me feel like I'm too broken for anyone. So that's why I used to always use the term broken because I felt like no one's gonna want me for me kind of thing.
yeah.
Um and even then sometimes I may still refer to being broken and it's not good. But I'm 22 and never been in a relationship. Am I cook chat? Definitely not. I mean,
Nah.
no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I feel like you go with life. There's people who haven't been in a relationship. I feel like you just go with whenever you think is right.
100%.
I was gonna make a joke, but
100%.
then I realized I probably shouldn't joke because we're doing it myself. That's what I said. I mean, and I was like, you know what? No, no, you're not. Let me be serious. But anyway, sorry. Definitely not. I think you just go in whenever you have time. Especially if you're a picky person in relationships, which is a good thing. It's good to be picky. Find someone that is right for you. I can't speak to women I like.
Bro, same.
Really?
Fucking same.
No, I'm not gonna. I
Bro.
think the next episode we might do about relationships. We can discuss it more on there. You can come back and we'll talk about
Yeah,
this. We'll
I won't. Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
fine.
This was gonna
Come,
be a mental
make
health
sure you.
episode, so we don't want to
Yeah,
talk too much on it. But yeah.
well,
Come
we'll speak
next
about the
episode.
Riz and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll make sure next episode is like a dating one.
Shane, let's get,
Let's get
get
shaded.
down.
I'm gonna be so. Wait, you know what I want to do? You know those
Bro.
what's that like? You know, like a game show, like a dating show, and we get like women on there like for fun. Do you know how nice that would be for Shane? Just for fun. We're
Thank,
just having fun.
yeah, just for fun. Not to put me on blast, like.
No, only if he wants to. I know that you said that you were having fun being single right now. So
like, yeah,
yeah,
I'm
but
just like,
dating is fun. You don't have to be in a relationship. I feel why is the term dating been watered down? Dating actually just means that you're going on dates,
you're
getting to
going
know
on
people.
dates. Yeah,
People think that dating is being in a relationship with. So it's
yeah.
like everyone's like, yeah, like I'm dating her, and you're like, no, you're in a relationship with her. There's two different things, and people don't get that kind of thing. Thank you for the follow, Meg. Hello, welcome in. Um,
Bro, I
yeah,
can't, man. I
yeah. That when
can't.
people say like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm dating like
next
three
episode, don't
guys,
worry.
they're like, what? Oh, yeah, yeah. Sorry, going on a tangent. Okay, let's go back to mental health, guys. I was unfollowed. I can't believe. No, I'm joking. It's okay. I'm joking with Sue. Yesterday I was in the office room. Some girl went to play and I destroyed her. Oh,
Brother in Christ.
okay. Back to mental health.
Mental health, mental health.
Mental health, guys. Mental
We'll
health.
get there. Next week, Saturday, Sunday, maybe.
Next
If
week
you guys
Sunday,
are really pressing for
a dating
a
episode.
relationship
Relationship.
dating episode,
I feel like we get a lot of success with the relationship episodes. I have
I think we
one
should.
of the ones that I have planned is it's fun. I'm excited for that one. Anyway, okay, so go on.
Should scare chat.
Should I be scared? Why do people not take men's mental health seriously? Mental health.
Men's mental health. Yeah,
Bro, my the tongue twister. Why do people not take men's mental health seriously? Why, chat? I'm looking at you
I
now.
think we. Oh. I think it's because we live in a society where
Real. I'm
Oh,
not gonna lie. We both
oh.
read that and I was like, damn. Just analyzed us like this. Just analyzed us like this. Oh my god, that is so
Damn.
funny.
Wait, can you not? Can you like let us breathe. Let us breathe. Don't expose us. Hello?
That is so funny.
Yeah, okay. So men's mental health is
Welcome
not
back,
taken
love.
seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Be for two things. Okay. I'm pretty sure, and don't fucking cancel me on this if I'm wrong. I apologize if I am wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is that Men's Mental Health Month is also the same month as LGBTQ month.
Oh yeah, it's June, isn't it?
I'm
Damn,
pretty
they
sure.
couldn't pick another month?
Like, and I am not a bigot, chat. I am not a bigot. Okay.
What's a bigot? I'm
Like,
sorry, I don't know
um,
What?
how do the
I've
freaking
heard
people
the
that
term before and I've always been
like
like, yeah, yeah, but I actually don't know what it means.
like you know the whole like, oh my god, you R word, you F slur, you
Oh, okay, okay,
like
okay.
those guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Men's Mental Health Month is celebrated twice a year. I don't think it
Is
is.
it?
I
I
think
also
Men's
searched it
Mental
up and I
Health
saw it
Month
was
is
June.
in
June.
June, but World Mental Health Month is November.
Yeah, no,
No,
yeah. Men's one is in
nope,
June, and then mental health in general is in November. Because I
it's just
remember when I
November.
searched up men's one, it was in June. But men's mental health is put down also because people think men should be strong and push through it and
And
stuff.
that's what I was gonna
That's
say next.
yeah, that's also what I was gonna say. So
So
yeah,
you have like advocates like Andrew Tate and Tate, sorry, and all those. Oh, you need to be a man. You need to stand up and do this, blah blah blah.
what are they called? Like the
Like
red pill and all of
red
that.
pill men, yeah.
Yeah,
Like they are just like, oh, well, if you're sad, just go to the gym. If you're
yeah.
sad, just get drunk or whatever. You know, that's what it is. And I feel like that's such a cop out
Mhm.
to actually like talking about your feelings,
Mhm.
because I was lucky, right, that
Mm.
I had my mom's a mental health nurse, or my
Oh,
stepmom, sorry, I should say,
yeah.
right. So I was lucky where, in a sense, that like I had someone to kind of speak to. But
Mhm.
obviously, you know, it's still your mom, so you
Yeah.
don't want to say like, well,
Say
I
too
actually kind of
much.
feel like unsubscribing to life right now, you know.
That was a really hard conversation I had with my mom, and that was one of the worst. But yeah, carry on.
Right? Because you know it's gonna break their heart. You know, it's like it is just a difficult conversation to have.
Mhm.
I think also what really like set me off in just like, oh, I have to just thug through it,
Mm.
is I'm the eldest of all my siblings, right?
Oh, eldest
So
and a man.
there's a lot of pressure with just being the eldest sibling,
Mhm.
because you have to lead by example.
Yeah,
You know, you can't just be like, okay, well, I'm feeling weak today.
you can't be weak.
You can't be weak, you know.
Yeah.
And it's a really tough um and just trialing experience to
Mm.
have, because as the eldest, like I said, oh, you can't like let your siblings know that you feel like offing yourself, or you
Mhm.
can't let your parents really know, so you're just there like thugging through life.
Mhm.
You develop bad habits, like you have
Yeah.
partners, you know, who occasionally you vent to.
Mhm.
Wait, you remember how I said I had a question?
Wait, what?
You know, I'm sorry, I went on a
Oh,
tangent, but you remember the
no,
question I
you're
had in
fine.
the shower that I
Oh,
said I was like,
oh,
I
you
couldn't
remembered
remember.
it. Oh, okay, okay. Write
Hold
it down.
on,
Write it down.
pause, chat.
Okay, okay. Guys, before this, he said he had a question and then completely forgot it. So he remembered. We have to stop. Stop what we're doing. Let him think. Um, no, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say in regards to, you know what? Do your thing. Do your thing. I had the exact conversation with Bug. As a boy slash man, is it hard? It is hard for you to speak on your emotions.
I'm back.
Um, but yeah, no, what you were saying with, especially when you go to a parent, like for me, it was so hard to even express that I was not well.
Mm,
And it felt worse because technically, although you're an adult or however you take life is your way, I know that for parents, it will feel hard for them to know that they failed you, kind of thing. Like if you're at a point where you
Yeah,
want to say that you like want to, like you said, unsubscribe to life, like
yeah.
I know that it would hurt my mom and my dad, and it did when I told them. But like I know that it was such a hard thing to say. I had to tell them that that's how I'm feeling. But at that time, I knew it was gonna hurt them because I know for fact they're gonna feel like they failed me, and it wasn't on them. Kind of. No, I'm
I
joking.
feel
It
like
wasn't on them.
I feel like my take on Slewer Slide
Yeah.
um has been skewed a lot more than um in the past, right? Because I used to say like, oh, if you know, you're weak or you're um like like just firms it out, you know? It wasn't until I was in a position where I was like, well, I kind of can't see the light. I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel
Mhm.
myself. I was like, oh shit, okay, maybe I'm a bit wrong. I think also growing up in a very Christian household from like very both sides. So
Mhm.
my grandfather, my mom, both sides in the church. So
Mhm.
my mom, my dad, then my mom and dad both in the church as well. And they were always like, well, if you ever do that, you're going straight to hell, right?
Mhm.
And I'm just like, well, I kind of don't see an out type of thing. Like, let me let me just
Mhm.
like whatever. And I
Yeah.
feel like my parents haven't failed me,
Mhm.
or your parents haven't failed you.
Yeah.
I feel like the world
The
has
world
failed
has
you.
failed. Yeah, 100%.
I feel like that's the outlook you should take.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um Also in regards to men not expressing themselves, to the
Hmm.
men in chat, I want to ask, do you talk about your feelings to other men? Um Because I noticed that a lot of the times there's that stigma of wanting to be a true man or not being vulnerable to other men because you got to stay looking like a man, or I don't know how to word what I'm
Hmm.
trying to say, but a lot of the times guys don't,
Alpha. It's
yeah,
not
like
alpha.
masculine, or just like you
Not
don't want to,
masculine. That's it.
yeah, like you don't want to come off vulnerable. So what I've noticed is that guys, you guys in chat, do you speak to other guys that you're close with about your feelings? We have one no. What about you, Shane?
Um, I am very specific with the people I speak to
Mm-hmm.
about my mental,
Okay.
because some of the people are very much, oh, I'm just gonna brush you off type of thing.
Yeah.
So, for example, Bunny is my main go-to person if I'm like ever
Mm-hmm.
in the shits.
Yeah.
I think I would speak to him first, and if like he's unavailable, Kai
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Yeah.
I think Kai's like, because I know he's very like similar in mental to me, or
Mm-hmm.
like just because of life being lifing is in a very similar boat, type of
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like with like wanting to get better mentally, physically, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I think, oh, two of my colleagues at work, I think those two are like genuinely, we're
Mm-hmm.
a small team, but if it wasn't for those two, I probably would have logged out
Yeah.
like
100%.
sooner.
I see Dom only
Hmm.
also speaks the one. Uh and Bunny also said the same.
I doesn't
But
speak
he said
to
he speaks to people at work and things. So it's good to hear that you guys do speak to some, because I just curious, like, if, because I know sometimes like any guy friends that I have, they will vent to me or to women, and they're like, oh, like I can't really vent to the guys. And in my head, I feel sad hearing that. I'm like, you should.
You know what it is? It's because girls are more empathetic,
100%. I
right?
do see that, but I feel like that
Um,
guys should try to as well.
no,
I know that in life that's how it be, but like it just saddens me.
Yeah, I feel like with guys, obviously, the whole bravado of we got to be toxic to each other, strengthen that
Mm-hmm.
bond type of thing, which is 10-10, like when we're vibing. But if
Mm-hmm.
I'm literally feeling like shit and I'm like, look, I need an out,
Mm-hmm.
I think I wouldn't go to any man first.
Yeah.
Bar Bunny, obviously, Bar
Yeah,
Bunny.
yeah.
But
I
I would
hear.
definitely open up to like you guys or Jen or Becca or something. And I feel like, yeah,
Yeah.
one of the things about me as well is I genuinely can't cry.
Really? I be
I
crying
well,
24/7.
okay, so the last time I cried was when I had a mental breakdown,
Yeah.
right? And that was this is kind of like a lot to unpack. Okay, this is like me being very vulnerable with chat. So like, don't don't like feel a type of way. Okay, but like this is just being open, which is
Mm-hmm.
very hard for me, chat. So
You're doing
you're
great. You're doing
lucky.
great.
So basically, I remember it was after a very difficult breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I was in the toilet, literally just scrolling through TikTok, and my TikTok was just like,
Relationship
for
stuff?
what, nah,
Oh,
for
okay.
whatever reason, the TikToks that I saw that day was for people that were going to themselves.
Mm.
What was your reason for staying?
Mm.
And that was the last time I broke down and cried because it was literally like, um, oh, the gun didn't
Didn't work.
shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, or my mom called me as I was about to jump off the bridge, or something along those lines. It was like very timing based
Mm-hmm.
things, and I was literally just scrolling through Reddit at that time, or the page on TikTok was
Mm-hmm.
Reddit pages, and it was literally like, shit, okay,
Mm-hmm.
maybe things aren't all that bad,
Yeah.
or not aren't all that bad, but like I can I can make it through, type of
Yeah.
thing. And that was the last time I cried. Before that,
Mm.
it was 6 years ago.
Damn. I'm also gonna reference to something Bunny said earlier, but he mentioned if I scroll up, it was something like, um, you know, doing doing it is
Mm,
a permanent solution to a temporary problem,
yeah,
which I agree. Like hearing these things out loud, even though you know when people like I already know this, I feel like even if you know this, it's still good to hear it again, kind of thing.
yeah,
Because when I personally was trying to unsubscribe, um, like I knew that it was a permanent thing, and that's what actually made it feel better for me, if that makes sense.
mm,
Because I was so done. But now, like, I'm grateful that I didn't do it because I'm at I'm happier. I'm
shake it, shake
happy.
it, shake it, shake
I'm
it.
getting there in life, you know. Um, and yeah, it's been a whirlwind. Life is very up and down. Like I'm venting to my mom. Like I feel like I can vent to my mom and not my dad. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I used to vent to my mom about everything. Even now I don't vent that much, but I used to vent to my mom about everything. And when I vent to my dad, I felt like he was just never listening. Or he just had the idea of like that's just stupid. Like you shouldn't think that way. And I just didn't vent to my dad. And kind of like what I told you, Shane, the one time where I
Mm,
genuinely felt like my dad was finally like we didn't talk like that, but like when I said like gaming was my escape. He would just sit there and watch me game. When I finally fessed up to my parents about what I've been feeling, he would just sit there and watch me game and he didn't know how much that meant to me.
yeah,
But like just having someone there. Sorry, you can keep talking. I'm gonna check if Ham's okay. Right, I keep looking over. So yeah. One
that's fine. Um, yeah. So for me, chat, I think like sometimes you need one person. Even if you can find one person that you can open up to, as like a man, right? I feel like it's a huge W because everyone, or most people, I should say, not everyone, most people in this day and age, right? are only going to try and use you. You know, at least that's the outlook I have on it, type of thing. You know, um, so if you have one homie that you can like, no matter the time, you call them and you know like they'll pick up or whatever, right? That is the one homie you should cherish for life, bro. I don't care if you don't speak every day. I don't care if you speak once a week. I don't care if you speak once a year, right? That one homie, right, that you can like literally just call and be like, yo, I'm like feeling shit right now. I just need a minute. Like it's happy. I just need a minute. Um, you need to make sure you cherish that person. Okay. So
I'm back.
just treasure that one homie in
Oh,
chat.
nice
That's all
legs.
you.
Wait a minute. Thanks. Oh my god, I'm nervous. I genuinely don't like my legs, but thank you. Sorry, I could see that Hamp was like on his chair like this. Like he looked so tired, but I was like, go lay in bed. And I just helped him to going back in bed. Because he went on a run. And I'm very big on no outside clothes on the bed. So I said, okay, I'll put the blanket on. You lay on the blanket that we don't use in bed, really. You lay on the
Mm.
blanket and then I cover you like a burrito so that he's not. But he looked so
Anyway,
tired. So I was like, please just lay in bed. Like he looked like he was so unwell. So anyway,
no, yeah, that's fine.
carry on.
Um,
Sorry.
now when you guys joke and laugh, you know, remind me of all this opening up. Hey, listen,
So
listen, hey,
y'all.
okay. What I'm gonna say is right. Don't feel like you need to bottle up your shit. Okay, I've done a lot of bottling up, and it's probably why it's difficult for me to open up. Okay, I only managed to do that in like the last year. I'll say
Yeah.
year. It was
Mm-hmm.
about a year that it's happened. I used to overthink a lot of shit. I used to do like a bunch of self sabotaging, right? Relationships, friendships, the whole shit, right? Don't bottle your stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
When you find that person, you'll know you find that person, right? That you can open up to and you can speak to and it's vibes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't go rushing it. Don't try forcing it because literally my bestest friend is Bunny,
Mm-hmm.
right? And there was a time where me and him didn't speak for about 2, 3 years,
Mm.
right? It was no malice. It was nothing of the sort. It was literally just like my shit was going on here, his shit was going on here. And if it wasn't for streaming, we probably would have like hooked back up the way we did.
Yeah.
Like, we probably would have, but like not
At the time it did.
in the yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Could have been
It was
way later
literally
in
just
life.
yeah. And it would have been just like completely out there,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I met Bunny through NCS, and
Oh,
it was the story of me how
that's
me and him met
crazy.
is genuinely right. And here's the crazier thing: I wasn't meant to be on the week that he went on, and he
Yeah.
was also not meant to be on the week that he went on.
Oh.
Right? We have never met up at the same event ever again since that time, unless it was
So if you didn't meet up,
if
then
we didn't meet up, we would
oh
never
my
have been.
god, you're so crazy. Like I love hearing that because I remember like the last, I mean, it was like 2 episodes ago when I mentioned NCS and I was like, haven't you
Mhm.
guys know what that is? And just to know that you do know what it is and that's where you met Bunny. That's like so crazy
Yeah,
to me.
that's
Everyone I've
what
met in
like
NCS never heard from ever again.
there's. So I had an ex from NCS.
Okay.
Never spoke to her again. But I went to some of my friends from school also did NCS that same week, but
Mm.
they did the different stuff. Like so, you know how you had the sporting one, you had
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
business one or whatever.
Yeah.
We did the sport one, and
Mm.
that's how me and Bunny got close. And I will
Oh.
forever
Yeah.
will never forget Bunny
Mm-hmm,
because
100%.
we went through a lot of shit that fucking that thing.
Um,
Holy shit! It was just like me, him, and this other guy called Rob. But that's a story for another time.
damn, yeah. Little
hmm
throwback moment. We can talk about it. Someone
The
said,
raw.
not gonna lie, if your problems are small but they affect you a lot, then don't let anyone tell you, oh, that's small, it doesn't matter, get over it. 100%. No matter what it is, your feelings are always valid.
Yeah,
Always valid. And they're like, oh, it's small. It's small to you. To me, this is the most annoyingest thing ever, and I'm gonna say how I feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you know how people have different pain thresholds.
Yeah. People have
It's the same way.
exactly. People have different pain thresholds. People have different upbringings. So they're so used to one thing, whereas other people are used to another thing. So to me, it's like, you think this is normal. This is not normal for me.
Mm,
This is
mm.
very weird that you do this, and I'm gonna say it. And or this is very disrespectful that you do this, and I'm gonna say it, kind of thing. So it's very much a situation of always just say how you feel. And the thing is if they invalidate your feelings, they are not real for you. I'm gonna be real,
Oh, 100%.
they're not a good friend for you. If this is a friend where you're like, oh, I don't really like that you did this, or I don't really like that you said this, and they're like, not that big of a deal. And you're like, no, but I'm telling you that I felt a way about it. And they're like, it's not that big of a deal. I'm like, and you're still not getting me. It's
Yeah.
something to me. I feel a certain way about it. So if you keep saying it, or if you keep trying to push me down, just say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you felt that way. Like, I won't do it
I
again.
have I have two friends. Two friends? I
Mm,
have two types of friends that I think every person needs in their life.
mm-hmm,
Right? You're lucky if they're the same person,
mm-hmm,
right? Very lucky. They're the friend that gives you comfort and the friend that gives you solutions.
mm-hmm,
Right? If you're feeling shit about a situation
mm-hmm,
and you just want to feel better at that moment in time,
mm-hmm,
seek out the friend in comfort.
mm-hmm,
If you are looking for a solution to stop you from feeling the way you're feeling,
mm-hmm.
seek out the friend in comfort, um, in solution, right? Don't then get upset at you seeking out the friend for solutions
Mm-hmm.
when you want a comfort. You need to
Yeah,
know which one you want, you
100%.
know? And like if your mental shit and like it's a situation where you can remove yourself from it, for
Mm-hmm.
example, like you're with a toxic ex or something of the cause, and that's leading to your mental being shit,
Mm-hmm.
get the solution.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't need like the comfort at that moment in time
Mhm. Yeah, and not
because
even like to make it deep, but just in general, like if I go to someone because I just need a distraction, I need comfort, I'm very upset, and you
mm,
start being like, but you need to do this, and you're gonna piss me off. I'm gonna be so real.
yeah,
You
yeah.
will piss me off. I
Don't give me
remember,
unsolicited advice, bro.
yeah, like I didn't ask for advice. I literally just needed an ear. This is why I also don't speak to my brother as much. Because my brother has a very like a father figure aspect to him, not in the good kind. Like he just wants to kind of be like my dad kind of thing. And my dad doesn't even do half of the things he wants to do, kind of thing. So it's like sometimes I just want to vent to my brother and be like, oh my God, this happened, this happened. He will
Hmm.
turn it into a lecture. He'll be like, but why did you do this? You should really do this. And I look at him like, and this is why I never tell you things. Like, literally, like, I'll open my mouth and I'm like, and I regret it already because you just
His
pissed me
look,
off. Yeah,
yeah,
like,
his look is just.
I remember, like, I was venting about work. I was just there, like, bro, my boss, he's just this. I was just venting about work. All I need you is to do is to listen. And
Just
he's
listen.
like, but why didn't you say anything? Why didn't you do that? What? And I'm just there like, I'm gonna be so real. I need you to shut your mouth and listen. Like, I don't need solution because I solved it. I already solved it myself. I just want to vent about what happened. Because even though you solved it, you know when people are like, okay, it's sorted, we don't need to talk about it. No, it's sorted, but I still feel a kind of way about it. So I may still want to rant a little bit more until I'm fully over it. You know? And like obviously I'm not gonna rant to the person because if me and you,
Mm,
like, let's say me and you had a problem,
yeah,
we've solved it, and we're like, okay, we don't have to bring it up again. But it
of
doesn't
course.
mean that
Yeah.
I'm fully healed from it. Luckily, we spoke about it, and I'm like, okay, thank you for saying that we've sorted it. But then when I think back at it, obviously I'm gonna be a bit annoyed, like, oh, that pissed me off. Like, let me vent one more time, someone else, kind of thing. So it was that kind of situation. Like, I sorted the situation with my boss, and then I come home just to vent to my brother, like, bro, this is what happened today. Like, pissed me off, and he's like, but why didn't you do? I just looked at him like, oh, I
You're a
shouldn't have told
pagan.
you this. Yeah, like I shouldn't have even spoke to you about this because you just pissed me off now. Like I wasn't even that mad. I wanted to vent and now you pissed me off. Anyway, so yeah, 100%. Sorry, this was just in topics of
That'll be
work,
fun.
but in regardless, like yeah, definitely find a person that can do either of the two. Luckily, like with Hamp at first was very much like coming out with solutions. Now I tell him, I'm about to vent to you. I don't want no solution. Just listen, and he will be like, okay, and he'll just listen. No, like because
I love
before
that.
he was very much like, oh, like how about you do this, and he wasn't like he would always like try and come up with some solutions in a sweet way, and I appreciated it. But at those moments, I was like, I'm gonna be so real. I need you to listen, and he'll be
Mm.
like. Got it. I won't even say anything. But yeah, so
What's
now
their
it's
word?
it's definitely good, like, to find those people, or hopefully if you find one person, you could be like, can I just vent to you? Please don't give me any solutions. Just hear me out, kind of thing. Sometimes you might need to tell them what you need as well. I started conversations with, do you want solutions or do you want me to listen? Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. I'm I don't know what type of friend I am. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I'm bad with solutions unless you're telling me a situation that I've kind of been in, so I can kind of give you my point of view. Because when
Mm,
someone gives me a situation I've never been in, they're like, "What do you think I should do?" I don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know. So I think I'm more of a listener. But like, if someone does be like, "Can I get your POV?" and I'll be like, I mean, I've been in a situation like this, and this is what I've done, and this helped me." I'm good with
mm,
solutions, only if they ask for it, and only if I've somewhat experienced it, or have at least experienced it vicariously through people. So if it's something I have no experience on, I can't help you
yeah,
there.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that. Like, I think for me, I'm good at helping people out with advice, suck at
Mm-hmm.
taking my own.
Mm.
That's me. That's me in a nutshell, right? Because, for example, Jen, I'm sorry, right? If
Then who, me or
oxygen,
oh, okay,
oxygen,
okay.
oxygen,
Yep.
oxygen comes out with some stuff, and she's like, needs advice or whatever.
Yeah.
I can give her like the whole 3-step guide, play by play with visual representation on
Mm-hmm.
how to come through with like this situation.
Yeah.
But if I am in the situation, I'm so much of a deer in headlights. I'm just like, what do I do here? Knowing fully
Real.
well,
Real.
knowing fully well, if I was in this like
If
in
you
a
were
third
asking
person
yourself
view,
for advice,
yeah,
yeah, you would
I
have,
know what I would do.
yep.
But why am I not doing it? Why am I not,
Yeah.
not taking my own
It's
advice,
when
knowing
it's
that
personal emotions get involved.
yeah,
You're like, oh, but I can't do what I just told Jen to do because this, and it's
yeah,
always easier to give other people advice. And like, sorry, this has not to do with mental health. This got to do with advice. But like, my little cousin, she's now 16, but at the time I think she was 15 when she was speaking about advice. She had like a boyfriend treating her like shit, kind of thing. And at that time, that was also around the time I had my first boyfriend. And we were telling her, like, she was saying, like, he was calling her fat. He was saying how he was still speaking to his ex, and she was just
huh?
allowing a lot happening. And like, he kind of like made a comment like, oh, like, I'm only with you because my ex doesn't want me, kind of thing. Like, imagine hearing that, it was something along that. It's kind of like, I'm rephrasing it probably badly because I can't remember
Paraphrasing,
as much.
yeah,
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 paraphrasing it kind of
yeah.
badly. So don't take what I'm saying, but it was something similar to that. But regardless, what he was saying, I was like, that is insane. So I was telling my cousin to tell my cousin because we weren't really speaking like that. Not speaking, but I didn't really have her phone number like that at that time because I got a new phone from being in Spain. So I didn't really get involved in it. But I was telling my cousin, like, tell her. This is like cousin speaking to a cousin, by the way. But I was telling my cousin, I was like, tell her to end it with him. Like, don't be with him. Like, you need to self love. Like, you need to learn self love. And she's
Yeah.
like, I've been telling her that, but she doesn't want it. I was like, okay, now here's the second approach. Let her get heartbroken. Because I'm gonna be so real. There's only so much advice you can give when you're young. Sometimes you need to go through it. Like, there's one thing about advice, but I was saying, like, she can't learn everything through other people's advice. She needs to learn it herself, especially when it comes to relationships. Like, there's so much advice other people can give. You're not going to take anything they say because you need to go through it. Someone's like, he's
Yeah.
not good for you. And you're like, oh, but he really makes me feel the kind of way. Then stay with him. And then you get heartbroken. And then you're like, damn,
So
they were.
my my dad used to always tell me this one phrase, right? And it was like, you can take the horse to the well, it was cow. You can take the cow to the lake, but you can't force it to drink,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Exactly.
And it's like you can give someone everything they need,
It doesn't
or
mean
you
they're
can
going to
give them
take
the thing
it.
they want.
Yep.
Doesn't mean they're gonna drink.
Exactly. So literally, I was saying, like, we're telling her how to have, like, as people who have gone through it, this type of relationship that you're going through is not worth it. Trust me, when you're older, you're gonna laugh at this relationship and be like, why did I
Mm,
stay here? But you're
yeah,
in it now and you're not gonna understand it until you're older. And you know when everyone's like, you don't understand until you're older, they don't, and that's as it is. But you have to let them live. You honestly,
let them learn.
she
Yeah,
needs to learn. Like, most of the time, I never learn until I went through it myself. And once you've experienced it, you're like, I know how it feels. if you're always going to listen to other people's advice, you've never actually lived life. You're like, I didn't do this because someone said I shouldn't. I didn't do this because someone said, have you ever been hurt? No, because someone said I shouldn't do this so I don't get hurt. You need to feel things. You need to live life. You ask for advice, you take the advice or you don't. Do things your way. That's why people need to just live their life. Genuinely, live
No,
your
yeah,
life.
I agree with that.
There's only so much advice you can take. Live your life. Honestly. Hot take.
Yeah. Hot take.
Hot take.
I think we kind of did this with friends as well. I was gonna say just really quickly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because yeah, we'll clip that off.
Yeah, we
Um,
didn't take that off. I know there's been I've also been in a situation where like I've told them stuff and I've noticed a lot of my friends kind of fade away after I told them some deep stuff and I'm like, "Oh, you're not that kind of friend. You're kind of friend that hang out but not talk
right.
things."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I need to be in 10-10 mood. All the stars are aligning.
Mhm.
Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for us to be
I'm
friends because
yapping. I don't know what
otherwise
that
if I
means.
tell you I'm upset, they're going to be like, "Mm,
Mm,
I'm sorry, I'm human.
mm,
I can't be happy 24/7. I almost never am."
bro,
If you want to build a
bro.
business, go for it. Like if you want to do something, just go for it. Don't hesitate. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
I used to I am a person who likes to write things down, but I'm also like like I always say to people, I'm a 50-50 person. I am like I'm going to do this, but then I'm also like I'm going to do that. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like I'm a bit of everything kind of thing. So when it comes to like being like I love just going with the flow. Like I'm gonna see as life goes on. And you know when everyone's like, I need to be fully planned, fully this. When it comes to like, for example, a podcast episode, I like to have like notes. I like to have like we have like a list of things. Because if we just like
Hmm.
went with the flow, we can go with the flow. But if it didn't
We're
work,
going on tangents. Oh
yeah,
my god.
we go on tangents. Especially when it's me and you, we definitely be just be going on tangents. But it's like if I don't I feel more comfortable when I write things down, but when it comes to fully being prepared with life, I'm like, we're just taking things as we go on. And that's how
Yep.
I see life. I can't, when people have like the 5-year plan, I don't mind if you have like I have an idea for in 5 years time, an idea for in this in time, but I don't plan all the steps to get there and I know I should, but I just like to just take life as I
Go
go
with the
on.
flow. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Go with
feel
the
like
flow,
if I'm
man.
constantly planning everything, I feel like I'm more stressed. I'm just we'll see how life goes. It's not good, guys. Well, I mean, it's how I take it.
Nah, it's working. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
there. Hello, welcome in, welcome
Um,
in. Um,
hello.
yeah.
How are you? Um, do you have any healthy escapes, Jen? Do you have any escapes? You know.
You know what? I think of healthy escapes, and I just do the unhealthy one. Like, cause some good healthy escapes, like I said, especially with my mental health and my depression and everything I've gone through, I've become
Mm.
extremely lazy, and I'm not proud of it. I hate like I don't want to use the H word, hate, but
Oh no.
I strongly dislike this about myself that I'm lazy and I don't want to be. But
Mhm.
like when I tell you like depression and mental health, it really ruins your like motivation to do things. So it's like when I was at my lowest, my escape was gaming. And obviously everyone was gaming, but mine was an
Yeah.
unhealthy escape. Like if I
Yeah.
wasn't gaming, I hated life. And that's not good. So I never really had many healthy escapes. I'm slowly starting to get there now. I did get a book. I haven't been reading it for a while, but I want to read. I want to like whenever I'm not feeling well, like what I used to do was whenever I wasn't feeling well, I'd go for a walk. But
Yeah.
before I used to do that like very late hours, which is very dangerous for a woman. But like I want
Get
to
a
be like,
dog.
yeah,
Get a dog.
get a
You'll
dog.
be fine.
My
You'll be
dog
fine. Get a
died.
dog. Oh.
So anyway, I was thinking like if I'm down, if I'm down, if I'm down, I want to just go on a
Ah,
run.
there's no way, man.
Right?
No.
Sorry.
That needs to be a clip. That needs to be a clip.
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
god.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, so um what was I saying? I was saying something. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I want to be like if if I'm unhappy, I want to go on a run. Like, I have so many moments where just random like wave of upset like hits me. Do you know how fit I would
Mm.
be if I kept going on a run every time I'm sad?
Oh,
Oh
bro.
my god, I'm sad. Let me start running out the house. Like, oh my
Bro, like
gosh,
habits, yeah.
Victoria's
Like,
Secret
like
model I would be. Sorry, carry on.
type shit, right? My thing is, right, is my brain. My brain farted. It farted so hard.
Bro, it'd be like that. You see how many times I mess up? Carry on.
So my thing is I've currently started trying to go back into the gym, right?
Mhm,
Before that, right,
mhm,
gaming was my escape. Gaming, streaming, similar thing,
mhm.
right? But it was like when I was fresh out my relationship, like right before I moved here, well, right after I moved here,
Yeah,
right? There was a time where I was literally gaming for about 26 hours straight,
real. Same.
right? And I was just like, I was like, yeah, I finished work, right? Didn't have a day, had a day off. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stream
Mhm,
for 24 hours.
mhm.
No one's gonna tell me shit. I don't care,
Yeah.
right? And it was just great. It was great. Like I got to play as much as I wanted. No one would tell me, "Oh, spend time with me." I was
Mhm.
I was vibing. I was
Right,
vibing,
yeah.
right? And then what I've noticed recently, and it's not healthy,
Mhm.
right? But I have started to get a lot more frustrated and pissed off at games,
Mm,
like a lot more.
yeah.
And I get that I'm not playing great or like, teammates are stupid or whatever, but I feel like that's what it is currently that's really making gaming not fun. I feel like
Real.
there's certain people I can play with as well, and it's like it's vibes, it's 10/10
Mhm.
vibes. And like if someone new was to hit me up, I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
kind of
100%.
don't know how
100%.
how you are.
When I
So,
was first playing, like when I first got my PC, which was around 3 years ago, I think it was.
hmm
Yeah, around 3 years ago, I got my PC. First time playing mouse keyboard. First time technically calling myself a gamer, even though I played COD growing up since I was God knows how old. Like I played on PlayStation, PSP, all the other
yeah,
older PlayStations, my brother's Xbox. Like I
yeah,
was a gamer and I just never considered myself a gamer because I just thought play I didn't know there was a term for that. When you're younger, I didn't know there was a term for gaming. I
yeah,
also didn't
yeah.
really have friends to game with. So it's like I genuinely felt like I was an actual gamer once I got my PC kind of thing. So it's like when when I started playing, I'm new to everything, new to Valorant, new to this. So for me, every time I played, I was having so much fun. I didn't really, also, when I first started, I did speak on the mic sometimes, but I think it's because I was also lower elo. Like, no one gave a shit at my time. Like, when people were mean, they weren't being mean to me. I didn't get that much sexism when I first started. And I'm
Yeah.
lucky. Yeah, like, I didn't get that much. I also did play a lot of times with friends. So that means less randoms. So that could have been the case. But I don't know, like, yeah, I didn't consider myself a gamer until I got
That's
my
crazy.
PC. So it's like I never really had a huge problem. So I was always enjoying gaming. Valorant, I till this day, I still call Valorant my main game and I don't even play it. Like I shouldn't be calling it my main game right now. But like I don't have any other
It's
game.
Roblox. You're a Roblox
I'm a
gamer.
Roblox gamer. I haven't even played Roblox lately. I need to play Roblox again. But yeah, like I don't even know what my main game is anymore. Like I don't know. I want to grind Valorant so badly, but like I said, like my monitor's not the same, the Wi-Fi is not the same. Like, and when I play, I just know I will never get to my best until I get the things like just get life sorted pretty much. And it's a
No, yeah, I get
consistent
that.
game. And honestly, I also get annoyed. Like when I start playing bad, I start getting annoyed. And it's just like
Yeah,
I always say like, oh, Valorant's just annoying game, right? But yeah, it is Valorant, but it's also like we've got that like emotional attachment to Valorant now that like genuinely the game will piss you off and it's like it's not even meant to piss you off. It's just like we're like so dependent on being good on Valorant. If we're bad, it pisses us off. If
yeah,
our teammates are annoying, it'll piss us off. If
yeah,
we're playing with friends and they're like we're playing a comp game and they don't want to speak, it pisses us off. Or if they're just not like in it, they're pissing us off. Like everything will just start pissing you off, especially if it's a game that
yeah.
you're like passionate about.
So passionate. Yeah,
Yeah. So I get what you mean, especially when it's like certain people that you play with. At first, I was like always like down to meet new people, but then sometimes when I met new people, there was little things that they would do, and I'm like, I'm not enjoying myself playing with you. So
yeah.
it's like, yeah, especially if it's a
I
game that
think,
annoys you, you need to find people that you will have fun with.
yeah, I think the only people I hit up consistently to play, like currently, are the only
Mm.
people that you can hit me up in any mood, and I'm like, sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know, that's the only people that like if I've genuinely recently, if I've asked you to play, you're lucky people. Just make you guys know.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
I miss playing. Right. So, yes, he's talking about you, Ricey.
yes,
Just
Ricey,
saying.
I'm talking about you and
But
Meg and who else? I'm not even hitting
Destiny?
anyone else. Oh, Dest. Oh,
Yeah.
I love Dest.
Is her name Destiny or
Yeah, her name's
okay?
Destiny. I
I
think
didn't
she
know if
has
it was
such a
Dest or
beautiful name.
Destiny. Yeah.
She just doesn't she
Yeah.
don't love me.
When I played
She
on
don't love
Viva,
me.
I always had friends to play with, but now I mainly play on PC and no one to play with.
Mm.
But I'm the opposite. I had no one to play with on PlayStation. But honestly, I feel like I don't know why I feel like PC is a lot easier to
Bunny,
meet
you don't
people.
count. You know you don't count. Shut your ass up.
Funny.
If I'm playing Apex, you know I'm hitting you up. Shit. Or Overwatch, to be fair.
Like Bonnie's
This
always welcoming
motherfucker.
the caller. You just need to call and he'll join.
Yeah.
And he knows this
Like,
too.
yeah, I was saying, genuinely, right? I have. There's a fucking fly in here. I want to kill it. I want to kill it.
Bro, I hate
Oh,
when that
it's-
happens. You see it in the
Bro.
corner of your eye, or just keep coming to your face and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But Bunny is one of those people that, like, literally, if I am 0 to no battery, I can hit him up and be like, I just want company right now. Don't talk to me. And he'll be like, I'm here. And that's it. Like, he'll be freaking cleaning the house or, like,
100%.
like, playing with his cats or, like, doing some shit.
Yeah.
But just the fact that his presence is
It's just there.
means so much.
100%.
So yeah.
No, I'm also like the same. Like I don't join calls as much because, like I said, I'm very to myself, and sometimes I just don't have the energy to be in a call, especially when there's a lot of people. Because some people have more vibes than others, whatever. But like like sometimes like we'll join, like me and you will be in a call, and I might not be in a good mood. I'm just like, yeah, like let's just be in a call while we like sort out the podcast stuff, or like we just vent to each other and we end up being quiet or whatever. Like it's just like I just like having like those people that you can be in a call and you don't really need to speak too much. Like it's just nice. It's nice. But yeah, I definitely want to make. If I ain't invited, I ain't joining. Then I don't invite people to stuff because I'm scared they say no.
This motherfucker, man.
I used to be like that. Like I used to only go to things when people invited me. So I'm like, well, you didn't invite me, and they're like, just join the call. And it's like, it is the case. You should just join the call. But there is. I always felt the situation of where like I kept joining the call, but then whenever they would do like, let's say like, oh, let's get a Minecraft server, and they're all on it. How am I supposed to know you made a Minecraft server? So I feel like I'm not invited if they don't mention it to me, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So then I join the call and they're like, oh yeah, we're in a Minecraft server. And I'm like, oh cool. And they're like, you can join if you want. I'm like, nah, no, it's okay. Because I feel like I wasn't invited. You know what I don't like? If you want. You know when they're like, you can do it if you want.
No, don't hit me with it if you want. Don't hit me if you want. Right?
Don't. That is a petty invite. That's basically me inviting myself.
Hands.
Never ever again. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope,
Why am I
nope.
inviting myself?
Petty invite or me inviting myself. Nope. It feels like you forced the invite. 100%.
No, but Ricey and Betty, I'm gonna beat both your asses, okay? Because I've literally said to you, if you can see the channel, you can join. Not even you can join. Join the channel.
Yeah.
Join the channel, okay? Join the channel, right? Genuinely, right? If we are all just chilling doing fuck all, right? Join the channel, right? The general channel's there. If you just want to vibe, just do whatever.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Oh my god, I had
Don't
a
be
voice
shy.
crack when I
Everyone
said
see
that.
me naked. Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
I missed out. No, wait. I'm not gonna lie though. My voice cracked when I said don't be shy. But yeah, no, don't be shy. Just literally join. Everyone said, wait, what?
Who was this?
Everybody
I'm joking,
out.
chat. I'm joking.
Everybody missed out. This guy.
No, I gotta join.
He didn't act the whole chat for everybody to join the call.
See, it was that one time I was alone in call and I was like, yo, listen, So, but I'm shy. Listen, join the call, right?
100%.
I really think we need to be more active in Discord anyway. Because I want to actually make a community of like just integrated persons. Like just join, just have fun. Like, you know what it is? You know what I mean? Which Discord this? My Discord, Brody.
Bro, I have
Nah, never.
I have my
Unless you're a woman.
Do you have your Discord? Do exclamation mark Discord. Do you have your Discord up?
Yeah.
Yeah, do exclamation mark Discord and join his Discord, guys, if you're not in it. But I'm not gonna lie, I have my Discord server. That thing is like collecting dust. The only notification going in there is me saying I'm streaming.
Yeah, same.
Bro, nobody joins in calls. Nobody talks. Like, I want to make my Discord more active. I just don't know how. I'm like
You and me
so
both.
tempted to like kick. I know this sounds kind of harsh. Just kick a lot of
Kick
people that
everyone.
like, yeah, kick everyone and start fresh. Well, not everyone, but like the people that I know for a fact have my server
Yeah.
muted and probably don't even remember they're in it. I just want to kick them.
I think what I want to do is rejig the Discord because
Mm.
I want to like it doesn't look shit, but I want to have like a support channel. You know,
Mm.
like we have an emotional support channel,
Mm.
but that's only for specific people. You know,
Mm.
but I want to create a channel like if people are low today, you can just come through. Honestly,
Yeah.
merging Discords is the new vibe or something fresh. It might
Also,
just be the move.
should I send an invite to the Bit by Bit Discord and make it a thing as well for?
I think we should.
Yeah, and then I'll just send the invite now, guys. If you're down to be in the Bit by Bit Discord, I'm gonna send the link now, and then
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
fix the Discord in a bit. Wait, server settings. Wait, how do I get the link? Wait, general,
I also
create invite.
feel like if we had someone to talk to
Wait.
and play with it, would be nice. Yeah, like what we'll do is we'll make a looking for channel so that you can get looking for friends type shit. I feel like what I want to do next year is probably collab with a lot of my actual personal friends,
Sorry.
and
Yeah.
I think make like if we make a super Discord or something,
Mhm.
right? Where it's not my Discord, not whoever's Discord, and we can literally just be in there. We're
Mhm.
all moderators, right?
Mhm.
And we can literally like just have a nice community where we
Yeah.
actually just help people,
Mhm.
or like you know what I mean. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a good vibe. I
Mhm.
don't like yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
just kind of
think
where
I'm
my
trying
mind's
to
at.
come up with ideas with like bit by bit, for example. Like
Mm.
it's similar to what you said, but we will have moderators. But the thing is, it's kind of a situation where I kind of want bit by bit. I was talking to Shane about this, so chat, you can also be involved. That I don't want it to be just a podcast. I also want it to just be like a show where it's integrated with chat because obviously usually podcasts aren't usually live streamed. So like that's the idea of it being live streamed is like we can integrate it with chat and we want it to be a show. Like we want to just randomly just like jump into like a gaming segment, a quiz segment. We want to do confessions. We want people to like confess things that happen in their
Yeah,
life, but keep it like anonymous. We
anonymous.
don't have
Yeah,
to say your name, but you can just fully go into details. You can come up with, yeah. See, we already have one person who's down, you know? So yeah, I sent the link in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change I'm gonna make like a custom link for on Discord, like on Twitch, where it's like Discord for the
Mm.
bit by bit kind of thing. Um and yeah, so I'm thinking that we do that. I think we want to make the bit by bit Discord more active. That would be nice. Um, so that we can just basically make a community. We'll post our content there, our links there, like anything bit by bit related. We'll post there because I feel like I'm generally bothering people in my community. I fe-
You know
I don't
what?
I don't really care. I post what I want because you're in my Discord server. But I feel
Yep,
like
yep.
I would feel like I would post like I'm going live on my Discord server. But I feel like if I want to post like links to like the TikToks that I'm posting, all of this, I want to post them on the Bit by Bit Discord because I feel like I'm spamming my Discord. I'm so down for something like that though. This is one of the few podcasts. Thank you. You know what, guys? I'm gonna be so real. I was talking to Shane about this, how we were both like saw online that some people are like, oh, like not another podcast. Not about us, but like anytime there's a new podcast out there, people are like, ugh, not another podcast. Because there's so many podcasts out there and some of them are just not giving anything. And that's one thing like I didn't want to do is people just think that we're just another podcast. I want it to be different. We're on Discord, like everyone's online.
Yeah.
We're we're gamers, we're young, we're talking about life as like an adult, we're talking about gaming, we're talking about relationships. But then I realized I don't want it to just be a podcast. I want to give like very iCarly vibes as well, where it's just like
Oh
we just
yeah.
randomly go into like some challenges or like maybe like we do some
Look on stream.
stuff
Sorry.
like random dancing.
Oh,
Yeah, like
sorry, anyway.
not gonna lie, when I found Shane and then I always watch his streams and then I tune in, I saw the podcast, I knew this was for me. See, like guys, you have no idea.
Bad.
Anytime you guys pretty much like gas us up by saying the podcast is great, like a little tear comes out of my eye. It makes me so happy hearing
She
this.
cries for me because I can't.
Yeah, and I cry a lot, so I'm definitely down to cry for the both of us.
Thanks, twin.
That little short you posted woke me up. I was so happy. Oh, I have another one, but for some reason I just can't make it. It's really annoying me. But there is another short that I have from that podcast that is really funny. But I'm gonna post it probably today. And then yeah, I've been super lazy with editing. Guys, I'm gonna be so real. I hate editing. I
Bro,
strongly dislike it, but I'll get there at some point. Please, can we
I need
make
to
money?
fucking
Can we make money so I can pay an editor? Please. Don't chat donate us friends.
money. Just give me your money.
I'm joking. I'm not
Give me
begging
your
for money.
money.
Give me your money. No, I'm joking.
Nah.
I wanna be big enough so I can get an editor. Please. I am bad
Yeah,
at editing and
I need to
it
start
bothers me so
editing.
much.
I need to actually start editing. I have a bunch of stuff that like because I'm rewatching the VODs. I mean, we're on sidetrack right here.
Where's
I'm here. Pay
soundtrack?
me, Bunny.
Sidetrack.
Say less. Say less, Bunny. We can pay Bunny. Bunny will do it.
100%.
He's actually a good
Oh,
editor. I'm not gonna lie.
oh my dad. Wait.
That. Oh, also your. Oh, I thought it was your meds. I thought it was gonna say like meds. Take your meds, but I don't know. If we took those.
Oh no. Oh, I ran out.
Oh.
I know it's bad, but I'm going to London in a week. I know it's bad. I'm staying safe though, guys. Don't worry. I'm going to London in a week and get my top up. Don't worry.
Watching you, lady.
I'm going to best because of it. You guys are way too underrated. Ah, stop. Yeah, bro.
No,
I already have a
actually.
big head. It's going to be inflated even more. Please. Please. If I do my little jump scare like thing where it's just my big head, please.
Could someone just edit like Jen's head just going
Inflating after each. No, guys, this is also, I'm sorry, this is a whole sidetrack, but anyway, you know what I've always wanted? Like, genuinely, like, if I ever got famous, I've always wanted those sick fire edits. Like, you know, where they're like, treat me like YT, and it's just like
Give me
slow
like
mo.
YT.
It's just like clips of random things. It's just like anyone is looking so fire. I've always wanted that, and I was bro, I was so down bad. I was gonna make my own one, and I thought, okay, what am I doing? I'm cringe now. Let me stop. I was halfway making one, and I stopped. Yeah, thirst traps
listen,
basically.
All I'm saying, chat. All I'm saying is,
Sin City was a maybe.
Oh my god.
yo,
Bro.
I'm sorry. I had to.
I'm so dead. No, I'm telling you. Guys, when I tell you, all of you will be remembered. When we make it far in life, and to the point where we get our own little thirst trap edits, I'll remember this.
Guys, that's like top 10 Shane moments. I think I need to like make a whole like montage of it. Because holy shit, man. I feel like we make some good clips,
Yeah. It's just the thing is like we do stuff and then I forget where they are. So when I do it, I just can't be bothered to edit. Bro, I need an editor. I need an editor, please.
We'll speak to Bunny. We'll speak to Bunny.
Yeah.
We'll speak to Bunny.
Holy. Okay.
Back to the podcast, chat.
A whole
We're on like
derailment.
yes. This is why it's like. This is why we don't have it just free willy nilly. Because this is the shit that would happen.
100%.
Right? So
this is also why I say that sometimes we should just, if we can't find guests, we should just do podcasts, just me and you. I feel like we're like what, almost 2 hours in. 2 hours in. At this point, we're gonna have to stop. We have too many questions. Set up the clip command on a short key. Click the last 30 seconds. Something. Ooh, okay. I might have to do that. No, but also, I also feel like I clip everything on my Twitch. So like, and you know what's also even more cringe is when I have to title it. So it's like, if you just go through my page and you're like clips, there's me like, lol, that was so funny. And it's me clipping myself. I'm like cringing myself out, like titling my own clips. I just have to basically title like what I've just said. So it's just like, I don't know, like every time I go through, be your own hype man. Shane has that. No, Shane really has some really funny clips. Like most of my clips, they're not even funny, but like something funny will happen, and I don't know how to title it. So I'll be like, lol. And I'm like,
With
you can see
17
that it's
O's.
yeah, and you can see it's like clipped by Jen. So I'm like, I'm laughing at my own. Anyway, it's so
Hey,
silly.
you know what? It's just because chats are haters, you know what I mean? They don't be clipping the stuff for you. That's all I'm
No one
saying.
be clipping my stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But right before we get back to do you escape with do you escape? Whatever. I can't remember.
Sin City was a maybe.
Someone make a slow-mo clip of him, please. Someone, please. Slow-mo.
Go on. I'm sorry. I'm not
Um,
even sorry about it.
we should do it bit by bit, cross let down, or no, that's what we want to do with bit by bit. I think we might like if we end up discussing like a movie, we might do a movie night on bit by bit. So we like
Yes.
might host a movie night. We might host a game night with like bit by bit viewers kind of thing. So I think we're definitely gonna want to try to do that. Where's Bunny? I didn't hear.
Don't get shit. Leave me alone. Let me live. Let me live.
That's so funny.
Alright, chat. What I was gonna ask was
Was I not meant to tick those?
oh no.
I don't know. I thought we kind of discussed them. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. No,
Okay.
that's fine, that's fine. I was lost because I was gonna read that one. I was like, oh. Okay.
Guys, I keep
How
burping.
do you guys deal with other people that you know have mental health complications, issues, whatever you want to call it?
Okay. For myself, I'm really bad at this. I used to be very good at like listening to people and being there for them.
Mm,
I wasn't really good on giving advice, but I was more of like if you need someone to speak to and distract yourself, come to me. But I did that so much to the point where my mental health was really bad. And like I don't know, like I was just not fine. And to the point where everyone would tell me like,
mm,
"Oh, I'm not well. This." I got to the point
yeah,
where I was so numb, I couldn't say anything. I was like, "Oh." And I started to like any new friend that I made, I'll be like, if I genuinely have real love for you, then I'll be like, you can talk to me and I can listen to you. But if you're a
yeah,
new friend, I can't do that. Like I tell them I'm gonna be so real, I'm bad with this stuff. Like sometimes I genuinely tell people like, if you need to talk to someone, you probably don't want to talk to me. And it sounds kind of harsh, but that's only because obviously they're not my closest friends. But it's only because one is saving my own mental health, and then two is like I genuinely don't know what to say sometimes. I genuinely don't know
yeah.
what to say. Like I'm really bad with giving advice or cheering people up in general. So unless you're a really close friend of mine and it gets really emotional to me where it's like I don't want to see you upset, so it hurts me. So I will do everything I can to help you. If I don't know you well enough, I can't do that. For me, it's very emotional attachment for me to help people.
Oh, that's valid. That's valid. I try to just like vibe with them. It takes a lot. You always have to be strong enough to handle that. It can be overwhelming and can literally be detrimental.
100%. It's
Uh,
always ruined me when I took other people's stuff.
for me, um, I've always been the fixer. You
Mm.
know, I feel like I've always fixed people up to take them to their forever home or whatever
Mhm.
you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
So I've always dealt with people who have not been okay or always been okay.
Help
Um,
them.
yeah, like make them feel better. I'm a silly goofy guy.
Mhm.
People like to hang around with a silly goofy guy to the point
Mhm.
where I felt more used
Yeah.
for just being comedy relief and a distraction
If you
than
got
to actually wanting to
serious,
be, yeah,
mm.
to like if you wanted to be around me for me.
Mhm.
And it kind of sucked because like sometimes I'm not okay,
Yeah.
a lot of the time I'm not okay, and
100%.
sometimes like the game does get to me or like I crash out or whatever, and it's justifiable,
Yeah.
right? Everyone's allowed a justifiable crash out.
Mhm.
um but it feels like whenever I did it, it was a problem. When
Yeah.
everyone else did it, it was fine.
Yeah.
you know and it got to the point where like there was previous like friendships and relationships that I had to just like put on pause or say like, look, we ain't good for each other, we need to
Mhm.
just do our own thing,
100%.
right? To the point where like sometimes you got to be uncomfortable. No, you got to be comfortable being being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like having the
Having the
uncomfortable
talks.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and saying like, look, we ain't like good for each other. You need to like
Yeah.
do your own thing. I need to do my own thing.
I feel like
And
a lot of the
maybe
times, yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. I
no,
feel
you're
like a
fine.
lot of the times people do kind of like, yeah, cut you off just for me to not remember what I was gonna say. I'm such a terrible person.
You are not.
Bro, like most of the time I cut people off because I know I'll forget things and I just cut you off and I forgot anyway. I can't find the video, but in short, there's an animation about a person going through their day. They're like a blank canvas, and as they stop and talk to people, they absorb whatever is causing them pain. It's like ink, essentially. And by the end, a person then stares as a blank canvas, is consumed by the blackness that they gladly took from others in order to help them. Yeah,
The
I
same
feel like.
analogy I have of that
Mhm.
is the puzzle pieces, right?
Mm,
So the person starts off as a puzzle piece, like a person. You can see the outline. Their whole body is just puzzles,
mhm,
right? And it's how I started feeling, right? That I would just continuously give away piece of myself to people
mm,
to fix their broken part or their missing
mm.
piece,
Until you were just
right?
one piece.
To the point where I was just empty. I
Mm,
started feeling just very empty all the time. I would wake up, go to
mhm,
work, go back home, go to sleep. That was it.
mhm. I feel like the reason why I don't have that many friends is because I don't want to do that fake shit where it's like, oh, like if you're down, you can talk to me. Because it's not
Mm,
that I don't care, it's just that I don't care enough to hurt myself. I
yeah.
know for a fact that I am not mentally well enough to deal with your stuff. So whenever I make a new friend and they're like talking about their problems and I'm like, I'm gonna be so real, I'm not someone to speak to about this, or like, oh, like,
Mm.
okay, or the way I respond might seem like I don't care. I care about you, I just generally don't know what to say.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
I know that I lose a lot of friends by being that way, but I'd rather that than being the person that people just vent to. Because like, I don't want to mention names, but there's someone we both know, right? That they spoke to me about this and they said that they had a friend that pretty much he felt like they only used them to vent. And then when they were like, "Yo, you want to hang out?" And they're like, "Oh, like not really, I'm not feeling to hang out." But then they would see them hang out with other people. And it's
Mm,
like, "Oh, like you're free to hang out with other people, but then when you need to vent, you come to me. Am I just your friend to vent kind of thing?"
yeah.
So that's also a situation of like when it comes to venting to people, like that's why you need to set your boundaries, know what your friendship's like. I never wanted to
I
be the
feel like
friend
yeah.
that you just vent to, but I also don't want to be the friend that you think, like you said, you're just comedy relief. So if you feel sad and you want to speak to someone and you feel like, oh, we've been friends in long enough, I can speak to you, and they're like, oh no, like this isn't the vibe. Like you're just like funny, and you're like, oh, like I'm not that type of friend. I don't want to be just a comedy relief, you know?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Like I was gonna like ask as well, like how do you vent to your person, and do you think it affects you or
Mm-hmm.
affects the person?
I,
Like
uh,
as in Campy, obviously.
yeah, with hemp, I try my best to tell him everything that I feel. A lot of the times,
Hmm.
if I feel a certain way or something that has nothing to do with me in regards to like, uh, I can't disclose it, but if it's something that has nothing to do with me, I
She's
bite
like,
my tongue.
I could expose him, boy.
Yeah, no, it's not even here. Anyway, I don't wanna I don't wanna talk about things I shouldn't talk about, but
Yeah, yeah.
um oh hello, it's been a very long time. Sorry. Anyway, what was I saying? Guys, I keep getting
Uh,
distracted, I swear. This is really bad. I can't. I can't. What was I saying? Okay, yeah,
venting to
with
your
hemp.
person.
With
Okay,
hemp,
yeah, yeah,
venting to him.
yeah.
I try my best to tell him everything that I feel because I want him to know exactly how I feel. I want him to be like aware of everything. Um, I try my best not to hold it in, but one thing about me is whenever I'm having a low day and he can see it and he's like, "What's
Hmm.
going on?" and I'm like, "I don't really want to talk about it." It's most of the time of I will tell you, I just need my space for now for me to get what I think. One thing about me, especially like for example, if I get into an argument with someone, most of the
Yeah.
time you will see that I'm quiet for a very long time. And it's not I'm
Mm.
angry. I just need time to think because I will say something I will regret. So most of the time I need to think what I'm gonna say. So I might be away for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, just quiet by myself. And then I'll
Mm.
have the conversation. They're like, why need to talk about it now? If we spoke about it before, our friendship would not be the same. I'm gonna be so real. I would say
That would
things,
cost you out.
yeah, I would say things you would not like. So it's like a lot of times I try and tell him how my mental, especially it really hurts me to tell Hamp when I'm genuinely like mentally unwell. Like this week, I told you and Hamp that my depression came back or has creeped back in my life. I told both of you,
Mm.
and
Mm.
it's just like for me, it's just really sad to tell Hamp that because he does everything in his power to make me happy. So to tell him that I'm not really happy right now, I feel bad. Like the same with the parents where it feels like they're not doing enough for me. He knows that it's not him. I just feel sad telling him. So sometimes I want to hold it in, but I shouldn't. I feel like it's good to have that person to talk to.
Yeah.
Um, Not gonna lie, if you're trying to vent to someone and they're like, no, just no, and you're like, okay, but it's so sad. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I know.
Hey, but
Sometimes people vent to me and I say no, but I'm sorry. It's only because we're not close enough. If we're not close
that's
enough and they
fine.
want to vent to me, I won't
I,
say it in a harsh way, but kind of like what I said to Shane the other day. Somebody randomly added me on Discord and was like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hi," and they're like, "Oh, I added you from a Discord server, like a random Discord server." I was like, "Okay," and they're like, "How's your day?" I was like, "Oh, like my day was good. How was yours?" And they're like, "My day was not good." So I was like, okay. And they were like, I cried so much today. It was a terrible day. And all of this, like, I could tell that they wanted to vent to me. I do not know who this person is. I am not
yeah.
mentally okay to deal with their stuff. So I said, oh, like, that's not good. So then I was saying to him, like, oh, like, maybe you should talk to someone about it. They were like, can I vent to you? And I said, no, I'm so sorry. Like, and I said no. And it did seem kind of harsh that I said no. But I don't know you. So no, you can't vent to me. You can't just add someone and start venting to them. I know that
I
there will
think
be
that's wild.
yeah, I know that there'll be great people out there that you can vent to, and maybe it was bad that I said no, but I don't know how to like justify what I said. I just
No,
I
you don't need to
can't,
justify
you
what you
know?
said, right? Because at the end of the day, you
Yeah,
cannot take anyone else's burdens, right?
yeah,
And I get, Kai, that like, you want someone to vent to, or you're looking for someone to vent to, right?
mm-hmm,
But not everyone's in that same capacity is able to vent to someone, you know?
mm-hmm,
Like, personally, me, I can't vent to just anyone,
yeah,
right? Because some of my shit comes from deep, dark closets, bro. Like, I'm
mm-hmm,
talking, like, I go years without telling people about my shit, and it
mm-hmm,
may not even seem that bad to other people, but to
yeah,
me, it's fucked me up. You
mm-hmm,
know, I think venting should only be to a therapist or someone who you've gotten the green light to go ahead with, and
vent
they
to,
themselves are in the capacity to do that.
yeah.
So it's like sex, bro. You need consent from both parties.
100%. I also had a situation where although at first when I was at my lowest and I didn't really have people like that to vent to, or I felt bad venting to my friends because I didn't want them to see me in a different light. I remember I met someone on Valorant, no relationship ties, no thing like that. But I remember when I met them, they were also feeling down. So we vented to each other because we were both strangers, we wouldn't judge each other. But we both consented to it, obviously. But that was the
Hmm.
only time where I would vent to a stranger and tell them. And I told them everything. Like everything. In the end, we're still friends. But not really friends, but like they stayed in my life. It was really nice to hear
Yeah,
like we both stayed in each other's life.
yeah.
We don't speak, but like I have them on socials and stuff. And if I wanted to message them, I could. But yeah. Wait, let's read some stuff that happened in chat because a lot of things have been missed. Wait. Um Venting to someone
And-
you do not have closeness with is not a good idea. Trauma dumping, bad. We got resources we will give you, because we cannot do it for you. 100%. That's why I'd be like, hi, so this happened and that. They're like probably like, what? Yeah. Shane has known me for 3 years now, almost 4, and he'd be learning new shit all the time. I'm gonna be so
bro, the
real.
shit.
Like I don't know between you two, but I feel like I've known you for what, like almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
Because we like know each other, like actually being the call and stuff. was it's like since May, so like a year and a bit kind of thing. But
Yeah,
like
yeah,
we've had each other for Twitter for a while as well. We didn't know each other, but like knew of each other.
yeah.
So
I
it's
think it was like
like
2 years.
yeah, like 2 years now. And even then, like okay, we've been close off for like a year and a bit. I feel like I still have so much to learn. Like so much to learn about each other.
Bro,
Um
genuinely, Buddy be learning shit about me, and we've known each other for 10 years, bro. Like,
yeah, there's some crazy
one, I
stuff.
can't remember what I told him the other day. He was like, "What?" I was like, "I thought I told you." He was like, "No."
It's even funnier with longer friendships. Like what the hell?
Bro, dead ass. Like, this is just you just gotta keep learning. You know, I feel like life's all about learning.
Yeah,
Um,
100%. I feel like
and
if your friend also doesn't know everything about you, it's even more fun. Like you're still getting to know them.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bunny said, "I'm an open book. I feel like I've been through a lot of experiences, but we need to have that established basis of friendship to have those type of conversations. We need to set healthy boundaries because it only hurt in the future. 100%, 100%. I ask people I trust, are you okay for me to vent right now? If they aren't, this is fine. I agree. I'm also like,
Mm,
I always clarify like how I'm like, I don't really want to trauma dump, but
yeah.
like, for example, they're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, Not really." But the reason why I'm not okay is because it also associates my emotions of things that happened in the past. So I'm like, I don't want
Mm,
to trauma dump, but are you okay with me saying something that was kind of trauma in the past, but it kind of relates to why I'm not okay now, kind of thing.
mm,
And they're like, "No,
mm.
no, no, go ahead." I'm like, "Okay." And I try and like go through it quickly. But when I have really close friends, then I'll be like, can I just trauma dump right now? Like, say everything. And the thing about me though is when I fully trauma dump, I kind of make it in a light-hearted way. Like I will laugh about it, and like because I also just feel bad for trauma dumping, so I try and make it a joke, and that's probably not good, but not a joke. I don't know how to word it, but yeah, when I trauma dump, I try and make it very light-hearted to the point where it's not a dark or like deep conversation. Honestly, I do not have many female friends though. The females I do consider friends, low-key, have healed and continue to heal of me. They did not even break. You feel me? Oh, I feel you. I feel you. I don't have many female friends. I want to, but I'm very picky with friends, so kind of hard. Any women watching? Be my friend.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Uh, damn.
My thing with like some female friends is I feel like some of them just think like I'm trying to hit on them, bro. I do not want you,
Mm,
bro. I like my type is goth mommy who's going to ruin my life. You are not that. Relax.
yeah.
Like, please, respectfully, obviously, before I get put on a fucking t-shirt, right? But bro, like, I'm checking on you just to check on you more time, right?
Yeah.
Chat, like, I shot my shot right at someone, okay, and she's gonna ruin my life. Maybe potentially, I don't know, maybe some type of date,
Yeah.
right? I'll find out when I find out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't you,
Yeah.
right? Like, relax. I'm just checking on you to
Believe
see
me.
if you're
Oh my
okay.
god, I love that shirt. I have a friend that has that as well.
Chinese.
It's so funny.
Bro, yes, I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I do. I'll wear
It's
it
so
just for
funny.
the specific person I'm thinking of. But I need to
Wait,
confirm if
so
she has a
what?
boyfriend or not.
Have you hit them up?
I mean, I've been in the chat and they've kind of like acknowledged the fact
Oh.
that
Ah.
acknowledged the fact that I've kind of like shot my shot. But I need to
Oh.
find out if they're actually single or not single. So I don't know, or they have a boyfriend. You know, I'm
Okay.
kind of like, mm,
I love that for
we'll,
you.
we'll see.
Love
We'll
that.
see, chat.
We'll discuss it on the dating episode. No, joking.
And remember, if you need help, seek the help. You are not
Mm-hmm.
alone.
100%.
Okay, you are very loved. Okay, there's someone out there loves you. We love you. Okay, and genuinely, there's always light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah.
It might not seem like it now. Okay, but there is always a light.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
By the way,
No.
do you hear me mute and unmute when I mute my mic? Okay. Thank God. Sometimes like because it's like my physical mic. I don't want to have the mute thing, but sometimes I mute to like fart and I'm like, what if you hear me mute and unmute? Because I just did it now and I'm like, oh my God, like can you hear me unmute kind of thing? I don't know. Anyway. Sorry. I don't know. It's like
Went to drink, and she was like,
sorry.
"Oh, I muted the fart."
I
And you
just
dropped that so casually. Like I just muted the fart.
I just realized the timing was really bad as well because you were just saying, but like, get the help you need, and I'm just like, I just muted fart. Like, so sorry.